Well, in 72, you had your last performance with your group. And then you were actually replaced by Billy Griffin.
Yes.
Was that a relatively easy transition, or was there some bad feelings over you leaving? Because you are the star of the group and the lead singer.
No, because, like the Miracles and I had grown up together, man. Like I said, I knew Ron and Pete since I was 11 years old and Bob since I was 14. So we had grown up together and we were brothers. And had it not been for them being who they were, I never would have continued on after Tears of a Clown came out, But they came to me and said, man, hey, we got a #1 record and it's breaking out all over the world. We're going to make more money than we've ever made. And so you cannot leave. They didn't ask me if I was going to say, you can't leave. So they told me I couldn't leave. So I said, you guys are right. So I went for another year. And then I told them, you guys start looking for somebody now because I'm not going to be involved in that because I don't have to be with the person. I don't even have to know them. But you start looking for somebody now. So they auditioned guys from all over the country. And they finally came up with Bill Griffin, who was from Baltimore. And, he went with us on the last 4 or 5 dates of my farewell tour with the Miracles. He went with us and to see the show and watch and that,
Okay, so essentially after that last show, you somewhat retired for about a year?
No, I retired.
For how many years?
I actually retired for 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but then in 73, you had your first solo album, Smokey.
Yeah.
And then...
Which was a mishap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't intend to record that album.
Why is that?
I never intended to record that album. I didn't want to record anything at that point. I was done. It was it. I was done with that part of show business.
Right, because you were still the vice president of Motown during that time.
And I figured I'm going to do my job as vice president. I'm going to write some songs and produce some other people, but not me. I'm done, And so I wrote this song called Sweet Harmony, which I dedicated to the Miracles. And so I went and I recorded 5 discs and I was going to give it to them. Just each one of them had their own copy of Sweet Harmony because Sweet Harmony talks about, you got this Sweet Harmony, so you keep on going. I'm not going to be there, but you can make it without me because I'm, don't worry about it because you got what it takes to make it without me. So that's what the song was about. So at the time, this lady named Suzanne DePass was our A&R director at Motown. So I played it for her. And she said, oh, no, Smoke, the world has got to hear this. I said, no, babe. I said, I don't want the world. It's just for the Miracles as a personal. Oh, no. But the world needs to know that this is how you feel and blah, blah, blah. And so she went through that for 2 days with me, So I finally said, okay, put the record out. So she said, okay. So she got it pressed up and all that stuff. And they were getting ready to put out Sweet Harmony as a single. And then she came to me and said, we're going to need an album for this single. What? You don't need an album? You say it. But anyway, I ended up doing an album for that particular song because, she had said so. And then my guitarist, Marv Tarplin, he was still with the Miracles, but he had left by that time. And he came out to Los Angeles to be with me so we could write some more songs. And when he got there, he and his girlfriend had started a song called Baby Come Close. And they had the first verse of it, and he played it for me, and I loved his guitar playing. And so I said, that's really, really pretty, And so they said, well, why don't you finish up and record it? You got to make an album. And so I recorded that, put that on the album, and it came out, and it became like a mild hit, So the radio was playing it and so on and so forth. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm out of show business. I don't want to do this or be this or anything, but that's why I recorded that album.
Well, but the next year you came out with another album,
yes.
Pure Smokey, which didn't do all that great, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah.
I wasn't into it at that point, man. I really, I was just doing what they were asking me to do. I wasn't thinking about being an artist or making records and all that. I wasn't really into that.